Hey, 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 what's up? You are listening to Dosage, broadcasting live from the bustling metropolis of Clinton, New York on WHCL 887 FM. I'm Davidson, across the boards for me is...
K-Tron.
Okay, so, while you were playing that awesome song, which by the way has a Kanye sample in it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
From,
The Workout Plan.
The Workout Plan.
From College Dropout.
Yeah.
Great album, by the way.
Great album.
Well... K-Tron was first like, man, you were a little bit too, like, impassioned. I was like, yeah, you're right, I was a little bit too impassioned. Anyway,
Anyway, like, when we were playing the song, we were discussing, like, how Lil Wayne and his album sold, how he hit a million albums sold the first week. And, Davidson was like, well, if you look at the broadest, the big picture, that's not that many albums sold. And I said that, yeah, because in the 60s and 70s, and we could say the 80s.
Oh, yeah, the Thriller, really.
Yeah, and the 80s. It's like, that's when, the measure of, like, how many albums you sold was relevant.
Yeah, it really meant something.
Yeah. Now, modern times, it's like, modern days, it's like, if you want one song from an album or two songs.
Really.
Yeah, post-Napster, it's just, if you want a specific song from an album, you just buy that song instead of the album.
By the way,
it's not that relevant
if
to...
we want to talk about, like, the history of the music industry, I think it just should be put on the record. What the music industry did with Napster was maybe one of the dumbest things any industry has done. I mean, in a very long time. Because really, by, like, cracking down on Napster, they just made, like,
they just opened
a million more Napsters.
Yeah, so it's like, if you... it's like you choosing your poison. It's like, you have one person that pirates music.
Right.
One corporation that pirates your music, and the corporation was very contained. Like, they were paying taxes, they were paying the government, paying taxes, and they were like a legit corporation. Now, since you want to disband Napster,
they made remember in the 90s how super public it was?
I know.
That's what made like those a million Napsters, because they were so public about it.
But it's like, and now you have LimeWire, which I don't think people use anymore.
No.
You have BearShare. You have all these P2Ps websites that it's like, music is going to be free regardless. Whether people would like this topic or not, people are going to find ways to, well, quote-unquote, illegally download music. I'm just amazed
that something like the Spotify model is even able to work.
It is able to work because of several reasons. It's like, they market the artist, just in case people want to buy the CD. Two, they actually do pay for the usage, just like Pandora does.
No, I know that. I know that they pay for the usage. I'm just amazed that the whole premise behind Spotify is that people are willing to pay for convenience.
Yeah,
and that's what really blows my mind.
I'm really big on technology, and like, in my opinion, I think that eventually, we moved from having CDs, burning a CD with as many songs as we want. Most of the time it's 21 songs. And then we moved to MP3 players, and now we're still in that age. We're on the cuffs of like leaving MP3 era to cloud. Everything's gonna be on the cloud, and I think Apple obviously is leading that race
with the iTunes and Mac.
But it's gonna go beyond with companies like Spotify, because it's gonna get to the point where it's like, why should I have to put X amount of songs on my device when I could just get it from a cloud, when I could just get it from the internet, period. Right. So you can build your playlist on the go. You can, like, there's so many different ways to save your music, or to save music, period. Yeah. So, I digress, back to what we were talking about in terms of, record labels sold. Records sold. I don't think it's relevant, because before, like I said, through the 60s and 80s, correct me if I'm wrong, they didn't know about what was going to be on the album, besides the singles.
I'm not sure about that.
You sure?
I'm not sure.
In the 60s, I don't think that they just gave an entire list of...
like public releasing of track lists and stuff? I'm not sure about that. I'm really not.
Oh, but anyway, it's like they have to buy the actual CD.
Oh, well, yeah.
And like nowadays, or CD or disc. The CDs came out in the 90s. And
now... for somebody like Adele or Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Or even Katy Perry. Katy Perry, if you look at Teenage Dream, that has like that thing is a CD chock full of hit singles.
That's 8 singles. She beat Michael Jackson's record.
8 hit singles on one CD.
On one CD.
That's extremely rare.
And do you know she probably has what? How many songs on that CD? 14?
Yeah.
And if you, I guess.
So half of them are hit singles.
More than half.
More than half. And that's
a little over half.
A little over half.
But like if you include the intro,
yeah,
obviously wouldn't be a single. And if you can include like she might have some like interludes or something.
Yeah.
I won't even count those as well.
Yeah, I mean, but if you look at like what's making like album sales go down, I mean, look at most CDs. Most your average package, right? You got maybe at most 1 or 2 hit singles on there and 12 to 14 tracks.
Exactly.
No consumer in their right mind is going to do that unless you're
like even Watch the Throne. It was a great album.
But nobody's gonna. I mean, how many people are gonna buy every single track?
Church and Wild, Otis, Ham, Paris.
Yeah.
That's 4 singles. That's 4 singles, and out of how many songs?
Yeah.
Relatively.